had sex with him and he basically just like used me for sex. He was like white guy in a frat. And so I stood up for myself and said what I needed to say to him. Ran away from me when I was speaking to him.
You need to know what he's comfortable with. You need to know his biases.
First of all, abandoned me. He left all my friends, my bands.
Guy just chased me out of the laundromat. White guy. I thought I was so unbelievably beautiful.
I went out with this lawyer one time, really fancy restaurant, like 5-star. I see you got this black queen next to you. You must feel so lucky. You must.
Black men do not care that black women are dating white men. They don't care.
Where this guy, where he was just like so horrible to me and he just treated me like a stupid black bitch. And it was like so painful for me, and everybody was like, well, you're the dumbass because you stayed, and you're just a stupid black bitch because you let him treat you like one. And like, I know that the situation was my fault because I should have just left, but like, it really fucking hurt because like I had sex with him and he basically just like used me for sex. He was like white guy in a frat. And so basically I ended up seeing him at Target when I was there with my.
Wait a minute. You slept with a white guy in a frat and he uses white woman. It has nothing to do with you being black. He's in college. That's wham bam thank you ma'am city. Oh man, she's the worst.
My old best friend like at the time, and he wouldn't look me in the eyes. He wouldn't say anything. It was like he was ashamed of me and just like embarrassed, which is like how most people get about me, and it was like so painful. And so I stood up for myself and said what I needed to say to him, and he ran away from me when I was speaking to him. And my friend was like, that's humiliating, like she was like, you just embarrass yourself, and like that's pathetic for you as a black woman to do something that stupid. Like, it hurt so fucking bad because I wasn't even worth being.
She must have a lot of white friends. She keeps saying as a black woman. She lives in the suburbs. She's around nothing but white people all day because she keeps saying as a black woman, you're a stupid black. You gotta be around number white friends.
Looked in the eye, like it hurt so fucking bad. And looking back, and that was the guy who, like, when I asked him to stop during sex, he held me down. Like, that happened a few months after the Target situation. And I was, like, telling my friends, I was like, I'm just fed up being treated like this. It's like every person that I would run into would do this shit to me, like, take advantage of me. And they were like, then just don't be a stupid black bitch with a fat ass. And it was, like, so painful for me. Because I feel like if I tell anybody, they'll just tell me to stop being a stupid slut. And it's like, this is like the last place, because like I can't talk to my friends about it, like I can't talk to my parents about this, and like my therapist doesn't understand. Like I'm in so much pain right now, like it was already difficult enough as it is. Like I wish growing up I didn't hate myself.
Man, she kept going. A lot of people say it, and I truly see it now. These are the real pick-me's, right? She let him get it, thinking he's gonna love me. You know what's wild? It's even easier because men know that. Men can smell the freshness on her. Like when a guy goes to jail and everybody says, fresh meat, fresh meat on the lawn. That's what a guy see that in ladies. A frat guy at that. But I know what's wrong. She put all her trust in white Zaddy. Thinking in her head, white Zaddy can do no wrong. And that's what has happened. And from the way she's talking, I can tell she got a fatty. So you darn right a man was trying to smash that. That's your fault. Men keep taking advantage of you. Not the men's. Your fault. You can easily not give it up.
To date white men, and they're telling you how you're supposed to dress, how to tell if they're attracted to you, all these things. But let me tell you what they're not telling you. They're not telling you that you need to talk about race very early on into that dynamic, because a man can be attracted to you and want to sleep with you, and that still doesn't mean that he values black people and you are a black person. I've been seeing too many videos over the past few months of women getting divorced after marrying a white man. Quick marriage, he seemed nice, they did all the things that the dating coaches are telling them to do, right? And then that man is calling them the N-word, and he's being so derogatory and racist. But when asked, did you talk about race? No, I didn't think it mattered. Of course it matters. You need to know what he's comfortable with. You need to know his biases. You need to know who's around him. Is his family racist? Are his friends racist?
You
Are
do.
there certain jokes that he thinks he can make? Does he say the N-word? Does he get drunk and say slurs to any group? How does he feel about black men? And this one is really important because a lot of time men are in competition with each other. It has nothing to do with the women. We are just the pawns in that game. There's a huge difference between a black woman feeling disappointed and let down by black men because you have dated many black men and you've constantly had a disappointing experience, and a white man who hates black men in this world when the power and privilege is afforded to the white men over the black men. So if you're upset with black men in this moment in time, if you're disappointed, if you've been abused by them, and you take that energy over to a white man and he also says that he doesn't like black men too, there's a red flag right there, because in society they don't have power over him the same way that you do, which means that his feelings towards them are usually rooted in racism. Also, if he's dated black women in the past, that doesn't necessarily mean he actually values and cares about black people or black women. I've spoken to white men who have dated black women, and there are the ones who will protect their black woman in front of any and everybody and make sure that she is safe and will not even have her in any environment where she'll be treated as other or less than. But I've also spoken to white men who have dated black women who don't even recognize their point of privilege and instead think that that black woman should just be grateful that he chose her. And these are the men that think that they're doing so much by just existing and choosing to be with that woman that they don't have to defend her, that they don't have to protect her, that they don't have to care about things to do with race. They're also the ones who say that race doesn't matter, but it really does. I have also dated interracially, so I can speak from experience. There is a huge difference between dating as an adult and dating as a young person. Like when I was a teenager, when I was coming up to my early adulthood, the types of people that you meet or where you meet them is so different. You're meeting these people in social circles, you know, a friend of a friend from school, from college. This way you get to see them in their natural environment, you get to see them in a party, you get to be around them on a chill day and who they choose to surround themselves with. It's so much easier to be able to tell who is looking at you as a fetish or as a young person in comparison to someone who really is embracing of you and all that you come with. As an adult, it is so different, especially when you're using things like dating apps, because these are total strangers.
Now, the way she's making it seems hard, and it is. It is. It's not that hard for men, though. It's not. It's actually quite easy. Why? Because a lot of white women aren't thinking that. If they are, we don't care. We take it in stride, right? As long as she's, of course, you want to make sure she's not racist or anything like that, but usually that's not the case. They want the black man. They want what they hear about us. Now, on their side, it's a lot of things you need to worry about. Am I saying they can't date white men? No, not at all. I don't care. I could care less. But there are some things you need to be concerned about. And guys, all the time, what's happening to them is they're being left at crucial times when they're putting it all into the man, and then come to find out he wants nothing to do with them. Or like the last lady, hits it and quits it. She got hit at a frat party. That's crazy. But yeah, let me hop on to the next video.
Country for this person, and so he waits until just after our 7-year anniversary to first of all abandon me. He left all my friends, my bands behind.
Believe that you have to stop centering men in your life. Stop making all of these wife-like sacrifices for boyfriends. It's different if, you guys are a couple and you guys together as a family decided to move, but you're doing all this, you're chasing a boyfriend 3,000 miles away, you're going to the school that he's going to, you're giving up jobs and careers and opportunities that you could benefit from for him. Like, some men will always have you in sacrifice mode. She was willing to give up her family and friends and do all of this for him. And what was he able to do? And some men will wait until you've given it all up for them. That's when they want to leave. Because I know whatever issue he had with her, he had that issue years ago back wherever they were. But he allowed her to move 3,000 miles, and that's when he decided to show out. I think so many women do this because you're trying to show him that you could be a ride or die. You're trying to show him that you could be loyal. You're auditioning. This is what I'm saying. You are auditioning. She's mad because 7 years of auditioning, 7 years of proving herself, 7 years of showing him that she will do anything for him. It still wasn't good enough. That's what she's really mad about. That she gave it all up for him. That's why you cannot lose yourself in a relationship. And a man that truly loves you will never allow you to let you give up that much for them. What has he given up? Like, as long as you're in sacrifice mode, a man is not going to stop you. This is why you don't embrace the long-term girlfriend life if you know you want to be a wife. He'll let you waste as much time as you're willing to waste. Stop auditioning for these men by showing them how much you'll lose yourself in them, how much you'll give to them, how much you'll sacrifice to them, because all they're ever going to do is let you.
Now, you heard everything she said, right? She spoke on it and didn't do any research. She didn't do a crime scene investigation. It took me 5 minutes to see this video, investigate her, search for her account. Look what I came across. Now, that doesn't look bad, right? Wait a minute. Give me a second. There's more. Look at this. Look what that says. This was February 1st. She made this video. This is her. Black metal, goat moon. You already know who represents the goat. Owner, Satanism. Look, you really can't tell she has a makeup on, but that's the same girl. Let me play it more. Let me play it more with the volume off. I'm gonna show you guys. Look, Satanism here. This man probably was going to marry her. He probably was going to marry her. He could have did his own crime scene investigation. Found out she has a TikTok. Saw this. Don't you think that would be a reason for a man to leave?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This girl does witchcraft, most likely. Talks to Satan in her sleep. Does seances. All those kind of things. You think a man wants to be with a woman like that? And I bet you she's a feminism. It goes with the other isms. I told you guys. Feminism goes with Satanism. One of the isms. She might as well be a rapper. Ism. Right? Easy. Do a photo search. Now look at this. Look at her here. I want to add this back to the stage. Look at her here. And look at her here.
Across the country for this person.
And look at her here. And look at her here. That's the same girl. She's crying. This is her, I think, before. She probably lost some weight. And now she's running amok. This could have been after he left her. But she was always into it. Could you imagine? You with somebody like this for 15 years. They having your children. Then you find out?
Oh, what a day to be wearing my fake wedding ring. Because guess what? This guy just chased me out of the laundromat. White guy. And he was like, excuse me. I thought I dropped something on the floor. But he goes, I just want you to know you are so beautiful. Are we blind? I was like, thank you so much. He was like, are you single by any chance? And I was like, unfortunately not. Because honestly, I don't know the guy. Complete stranger. But I just, he said I was so unbelievably beautiful. That just made my whole week. I don't know what it was. I don't know. You think it was my face? I don't know if it was my face. I think it was my nyash. I think it was my nyash.
Now you see this? She's all excited, all out of sorts because White Zaddy talked to her. They worship White Zaddy. White Zaddy run things. Excited. Do you think she would have been that excited if a black man approached her? Oh, I didn't talk to him. I just kept walking. I don't know if she would have been like that, but still, you can see it because a white man talked to her. But let's keep going.
Has black men triggered?
And I just have to say, I don't have anything against interracial relationships, actually. I want them to get white men. I don't care, to be honest with you.
When I went out with this lawyer one time, he took me to this really fancy restaurant, like 5-star. He was Jewish, but white presenting. Black man comes out of nowhere and he starts like going in. He's like, oh, I see you got this black queen next
Stop the cap.
to you. You must feel so lucky. You must feel like a man because you took our black queens away from us.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Listen,
The lies being told on black men at this point are super weird. Black men do not care that black women are dating white men. They don't care. I don't believe nobody went up to her on her date with a white man. I don't believe a black man did all that. I just don't believe it. I believe it's a lie.
Oh, absolutely.
But I do see black women on her press because black men are getting their passport and going to other countries and seeking other kind of women.
Couldn't agree more.
They're big press.
Woo! She let it be known. It's the opposite. Men are jumping on that plane and going abroad. And they pressed about it. They're pressed about you, black man. But they flip it though. They try to flip it. You see them, the first couple of videos. Why Zaddy? Why Zaddy left me at a party? He smashed me at a frat party. I lost white Zaddy. Second girl, I lost white Zaddy. The third girl, that was something else. I just put that in there just to show you guys what happens. But now this woman, oh, the white men were jealous. Why Zaddy talk to me? Zaddy. Men can care less. Because what are we doing? Jumping on them planes and going. What are we saying? F him and fly.
This is the way.
My partner is white, like a solid style of white, like a bathrobe elegantly draped over the back of a couch from Restoration Hardware kind of white. And this is his first time in a long-term situation with someone who looks like me. So he's on a bit of a learning curve. Honestly, so am I, because I remain so delighted and amused by so many of the things that he says to me. Like recently we were just going through some old boxes and he says, oh, look, it's my first credit card. And I said, oh, fun. Like, when did you get that? How old were you? And he said, oh, I don't know. It was like 13 or 14. And I said, oh, well, how did you get a credit card at 13 or 14? And he said, oh, it's that thing your parents do when they get you a credit card when you're a teenager so you can start building credit.
I didn't see that.
What did you say?
Never happened to
It's
me.
that thing your parents do when they get you a credit card when you're a teenager so you can start building credit. I said one more time, Minnetonka, I don't think I understood what you said. And he said, oh, did your parents not get you a credit card when you were a teenager so you could start building credit? And I said,
You know, it's wild, right? Not even all white parents do that. Like, that's something usually you'll find people that are upper class do that because they have figured out the game, right? But not all white people are doing that. A lot of them do it, but not all.
babe, I said, babe, I am black. Okay. My parents weren't interested in me building credit. All right. The only thing my parents were interested in me building was respect for my elders. All right. A relationship with the Lord. Okay. A healthy understanding of the fact that they were the ones who brought me into this world so they could take me out again. Okay. If I wanted a financial tool, I needed to get a JOB and not one that they had to drive me to. Otherwise I would owe them for gas. Okay. What did I need to buy anything on a credit card for? My parents got me everything, food, shelter. I literally didn't need anything else. What, school supplies? They did a big shop at the start of the school year. Why was I being so wasteful? What did I need already? If I would just take the notes that I needed, stop all that doodling, I wouldn't have run through the ink in those pens so fast now, would I? Oh, I wanted to go out with my friends? Okay. Well, what friends? Where? Where was I going? Whose parents were going to be there? Can we get them on the phone? And why did I need to go out? Huh? Why didn't I invite them to our house? Why was I ashamed of where I lived?
Wow.
Oh, I wanted to buy clothes? Cute clothes to go to school in? Why? I was sent to school to get an education, not to try to impress some little boy. Okay, my parents barely accept the fact that I date now. They certainly were not going to have it back then, all right? Absolutely.
We want it back to get that burp out.
Oh boy. Okay, my parents barely accept the fact that I date. Oh, I wanted to buy clothes? Cute clothes to go to school in? Why? I was sent to school to get an education, not to try to impress some little boy. Okay, my parents barely accept the fact that I date now. They certainly were not going to have it back then, all right? Absolutely not. There was no reason to look cute for school. Even today, when we go see my parents, we have to sleep in separate rooms. I'm like, Mom, he and I live together. Do you think I own 2 queen beds? And my parents also, my Southern parents also will not even call him my boyfriend. When they introduce us to people, they'll say, oh, this is my daughter, this is our daughter, and this is her friend. And they'll look me dead in my eyes when they do it. This is her friend. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to have to walk y'all through what he and I did the first time that we had dinner together.
But if they're married or not, I don't think they're married.
But this person is not my friend. Okay? I don't know what y'all do with your friends that you think friend is the right title for this dynamic, but maybe y'all should have some conversations about boundaries. Okay, this person is not my friend. So I explained all that to my partner, and he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, I understand all the therapy. I was like, thank you so much. And he was like, well, when was your first credit card? How did you get a credit card? And I said, babe, I did it the old fashioned way. Okay. I was walking across campus at college, and a scammy financial advisor saw that I was hungry, and he lured me over with the promise of free tacos. Then he signed me up for a credit card that I absolutely did not need. And then I proceeded to buy, I don't know, watches, pens, dresses that I also did not need, paid the minimums for years off of his advice, and then spent quite a lot of time rebuilding my credit. And that, my little egg salad sandwich, is why you're paying for dinner.
Wow. See? I need white Zaddy. That's pretty much she said. I need you, white Zaddy. That's why you're paying for dinner. I love that. You feed me. My parents didn't know what they were talking about. I need you.
First white man I've ever had a serious relationship with, and let me tell you, reverse colonization ain't for the weak. Seriously, breaking up with my ex not only meant I had officially lost my second-hand white privilege, but also I had to break up with the lifestyle I had grown accustomed to thanks to him. We're talking health insurance, therapy, living in a 2-bedroom apartment in Park Slope with a dishwasher and laundry in unit, drinking 3 iced oat lattes a day, and getting shroom chocolate delivered to my door in less than an hour at any given time. For the last 3 years, I was cosplaying a white, liberal, upper middle class, child-free, stay-at-home girlfriend, and let me tell you, I fumbled the bag real bad. I could have just lived, laugh, and enjoy my new lifestyle, but no, I had to miss the struggles. I had to be all existential and convince myself that I was becoming a boring-ass bitch for living too comfortably. I had to be self-righteous and doubting myself. What have I done to deserve this lifestyle? Have I earned it? Yes, bitch, I earned it. I was dating a white man. What more sacrifices could I have done to myself? I guess all I'm trying to say is there's no room for guilt in reverse colonization.
Man. All of them go to white Zaddy. But check out this. Because you know, a lot of actors, they're modern. And this actor, when I heard her speak, I said, man, I used to watch all her movies. You guys know. I forgot her name, though. But you guys know what I'm talking about. When I show her. Let me show her.
Ever buy for me that will get my payment. So you really need to figure out what it is that you think you have to offer and what it is that you think I value, because it's never going to happen without real investment. And that's not what you do. And I get that that's satisfactory for some others, but it's not enough for me. And that was the last time we...
Look at her looking.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. That's why I was like, I've been here. So you can tell me I'm great all you want, but you're not pursuing me, and I know why. Because I require too much. And that's all right. I'm okay with that.
What do you mean by that, though? What do you mean what do you require?
I require discipline and intention. And I require a level of, like, investment in terms of time.
I'm required discipline. You sound like a man. you require discipline. That's what a man requires. Look, you're not fit to be in a relationship. You did good for yourself. I've watched your movies, plenty of them. You've made a lot of money. You've made millions, but you're not fit to be with a man, right? You're past, you even past your prime as well. Like, I give you 10 years, you're going to be with Vivica and Lisa Ray and them. Going, I still look good. I still can get a man. And you're way past your prime. Join the club. You're successful, you did it, but you're going to see. You'll be lonely to yourself and sad every day. Or maybe you'll be happy. I don't know. They always say, oh, I'm happy. I'm happy without a man. I don't need a man.
I just saw the funniest thing ever. Or I thought it was funny anyway. You know when you find or see like a young couple and they're so madly in love, right? Like they're teenagers and they literally are like attached at the fucking hip. They like do everything together. They can't be anywhere without touching. So I was heading into the grocery store and there was an older couple, probably mid to late 50s. Thinking it must be a second relationship. They were walking across the parking lot holding hands. So then I go and get my groceries. I see them ringing in their own groceries through the self-checkout. The two of them are still holding hands. He takes one item out and he passes it to her and she scans it and puts it in the bag. And then he grabs another item out and passes it to her and she scans it and puts it in the bag. Not once did they ever stop holding hands. And then they decided to walk out. He holds one side of the bag, she holds the other.
That's why they still together.
Like,
congratulations.
I don't know if I've ever been in a relationship where I am
win is a
that
win.
codependent. I don't even know. It would take so much longer to do anything. And like, it was awkward to watch. Like I could, no words. What do you think? I don't mind maybe holding hands, but that's a little much. Fill me in. How do you feel when you're in a relationship? Do you like to hold hands? Do you like to hold hands and do chores together? I just want to know.
I just want to let you know that man is winning. He got a girl. You never know, they could have been married for 20 years and that's why they're still married. You saw real love. Take a look at what this man said. Look, I'm not the only one who thinks so. Look at this. Look at this man. He agrees. That's love, baby. That's exactly what it is. Love. True love. That's why men are getting a passport and going overseas. Because they want that same love. You know what kind of love that is? Because you can't get heartbroken. That's young love. That's like that song. That song by LL Cool J. A teenage love. A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. That's what everybody wants. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.